welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this cute crochet froggy friend. Keep in mind that this is not a full crochet lesson, so I will not be teaching you how to do a single crochet or a slip knot or anything like that. But in this video I will be showing you how to do an increase and a decrease. So you should know the other stitches beforehand, and I will be telling you what stitches you need now. The stitches for making this froggy are the magic ring or a slip knot and a chain stitch and a single crochet, an invisible decrease and an increase. The materials needed to work with your yarn are a crochet hook. I'm using a USH or a 5mm one, a pair of scissors, a needle, a stitch marker may be really helpful, 12mm safety eyes, and also some pins may help you, but these are not necessary. And also a bag of polyfill stuffing. You'll need more than this. The yarn you'll be needing is some plush green yarn or whatever color you're making your frog, and a small amount of medium weight pink and black yarn for the smile and cheeks if you want. Now let's get started with making your froggy friend. First of all, make a slip knot and chain 2. If you want, you can make a magic ring. So now in the second stitch away from the hook, which is here, you're going to single crochet 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now you're going to take a stitch marker, and I'm going to mark the last stitch. Now we're going to do an increase in all of those 6 stitches. So an increase is just 2 single crochet in 1 stitch. So 1, and in the same stitch 2. And you're going to do that all around. And now you should have 12 stitches. And to help you, you can count your stitches along the way to make sure that everything is going well. For round 3, we're going to do a single crochet and then an increase. And then repeat that, single crochet, increase, and repeat that all the way around. Now for that third round you should have 18 stitches. Now for round 4 we're going to do 2 single crochet, so that's 1, 2, and then an increase. And you're going to repeat those all the way around. As you're crocheting, you want to make sure that this side is on the outside of the plushie, so you're working like that. And the way you tell these sides apart is the right side has these rounds that you can see clearly, and also you can see the kind of V's that are made when you do a single crochet, and on the other side you can see these loops from the back side and also the tail from the magic ring or from the slip knot. So you want this side to be on the outside. Also for this 4th round that we just did, you should have 24 stitches. Now we're going to do 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and then an increase. You should repeat this all the way around. should end up with 30 stitches for this round. Now for our last round of increases, we're going to be doing 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochets and then an increase. You should repeat this all the way around. For round 6, which we just did, you should end up with 36 stitches. Now we're going to start single crocheting only. For rounds 7 to 15, we're going to be single crocheting all around, so that's a total of 9 rounds. I'm going to be doing the next rounds off camera. This is what your frog should look like after round 15, and now in round 16 we're going to start decreasing. So for the start we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochets, and now we're going to do a decrease. I like to do the invisible decrease, and now I'm going to show you how to do it. So you take your hook and only in the front loop of the next stitch. So here is the back loop, here is the back loop, and here is the front loop. So you're going to only put it in the front loop. And now in the next stitch, you're also only going to put it in the front loop. So now you should have 3 loops on your hook. Now you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 of those first loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. That's how you do the invisible decrease. And you should repeat that all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochet, and then a decrease. So in the front loop of the first stitch, in the front loop of the second stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You're going to repeat that all the way around. Now for round 17, we're going to be doing 3 single crochet and then a decrease. You should repeat this all the way around. And for this round, you should have 24 stitches, and I forgot to mention for the previous round, you should have had 30 stitches. Now for round 18, we're going to be doing 2 single crochet and then a decrease. Repeat that all the way around. Now for round 19, we're going to be doing a single crochet and then a decrease. You should repeat this all the way around. For this round, you should be left with 12 stitches. Now you can stuff your froggy and also continue as you go. For round 20, we are just going to be doing decreases all around. So that's 6 decreases. Finally, for the main body part, I'm just going to be adding a tiny bit more stuffing. You can add as much stuffing as you want to your frog, but I recommend not overstuffing, so it's not too hard, so you have a squish, but also not understuffing it too much so it's really floppy. So now you should have like a ball shape. your stitch marker or whatever you're using there. Now you're going to cut a bit of a tail, like that much is enough. Now we're going to pull this out, and now we're going to sew the end closed and fasten it off. So the way I like to do it is starting by going out from the middle and then back in. Out. And you might get a little bit of stuffing, so you might have to push it back in. And then back in. Back out, finally back in, and now you can just pull it and it should close like that. There, now you have your ball for the frog's body. Now you can insert this tail into a place in the body. And I like to tie a knot twice to secure it. And then cuts it off. And also you can reuse these pieces to stuff the limbs. And now you can take your needle or the crochet hook, whichever you prefer, or anything else, and push in this tail. And now you can just go like that bit. And now you should have a ball for your frog's body. For the eyes, you start with a slip knot or with a magic ring. And if you're doing the slip knot, then chain 2. In the second chain away from the hook, which is right here, you're going to be single crocheting 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can mark this last stitch, and now for the second round we're going to be increasing in all 5 stitches. So remember, an increase is 2 single crochets in the same stitch. There we go, and now repeat that for all of the rest. Now you should have 10 stitches, and for the third round we're going to be doing a single crochet and then an increase. Repeat this all the way around. And for that third round you should have 15 stitches. And for the fourth round, now we're going to be doing a single crochet in each of those stitches to end up with 15 stitches again. Now you can pop the eye. Now you can take one of your safety eyes and pop it in right in the middle or wherever you want it. So you're going to have this shape, and then it's just going to be folded like that and sewed on. Also, you should make 2 of these eyes. Once you're happy with the placement of the eyes, you can take the ends and attach these safety eyes. And also leave a long tail on both of them for sewing. Now we're going to be making the legs. So if you want to do a magic ring, you can do that, but I'm going to be making a slip knot and then chaining 2. And then in the second chain away from the hook or in your magic ring, you should single crochet 5. So 1, 2, 3, and 5. So now we have 5 single crochet stitches. Now we're going to increase into all of them. So 1 increase, and then repeat that all the way around to leave you with 10 stitches. Now that we have 10 stitches in round 2, we're going to be increasing to have 15 stitches in the round. So we do a single crochet and then an increase. Repeat that all the way around. Your leg should be like that, so just pop it out. You can take out your hook and your stitch marker, and then we're going to cut off a tail for sewing. And then we're going to pull the tail through. And now you should have this for your legs, and you're going to make 2 of these as well. Now for the arms, we're going to start off with a slip knot again, or a magic ring. So again, chain 2 if you're doing a slip knot, and then in the second chain from the hook or in your magic ring, you should single crochet 5. I'm just going to mark this last stitch. Now for the second round of the legs, we're going to be doing an increase in each stitch around to leave you with 10 stitches. For the third round of the arms, we're going to be doing a single crochet all around to again leave you with 10 stitches. For the fourth round of the arms, we're going to be doing invisible decreases all around. So again, in the front loop, the other front loop, pull through, and then pull through both loops. So repeat that all the way around. And for the fifth and final round of the arms, we're going to be doing a single crochet all around to leave you with 5 stitches. And also the previous round should have also left you with 5 stitches. And that's it for the arm. You should also make 2 of these and leave a long tail for sewing. That's all of the body parts. You should have the main body, 2 eyes, 2 legs, and also 2 arms. Now it's time for the final part, the assembly and also finishing touches like the mouth and cheeks. For now, our froggy looks like this, and now I'm going to start by sewing on these eyes. Now I'm going to sew on the eye. I did a little bit here, but the way I do it is, first of all, I go through a stitch in the body, and then down from a stitch in the eye, and then again in the body, and again in the eye. And you just repeat these steps to sew on the eye. You should stop a bit before the end if you want to stuff it a little. Just going to take a bit and push some stuffing in there. And now you can finish sewing. Now to finish it off, you're just going to push it through the body. And now I'm just going to knot it. If there's a lot of yarn left, you can cut it off, but I'm just going to now push it inside the body with my needle. And if you want, you can use your crochet hook. Now we're going to use the same method to sew on the other eye. And we're once again going to do the same thing to finish off. Now you should have something like this. And also we're going to be sewing on the arms now. For the arms, I like to sew them 2 or 3 rounds down from the eyes and then also a little bit to the side like that. For the arms, I am going to sew them a little bit differently. So if you have the tail here, then there should be sort of 2 sides. And now I'm going to put the needle through these 2. And now I'm going to start sewing it to the body. So take a stitch of the body, so like here. And now through those 2 again, and another stitch from the body. This time I'm going to put it a little bit higher. And again through the arm and through the body. Now you should have something like this, and it is a bit flimsy, so I'm just going to go through the arm a bit and then through the body. Now you should have something like this. And now again, I'm just going to go through the arm and through the body a few times to secure the tail, and then we're going to cut the tail and hide it in the body. To secure the tail, I'm going to put it through a place in the body and then tie some knots. And then hide this in the body with a needle or a crochet hook. And there you have one arm. Now I'm going to sew on the other arm exactly the same. And now we're going to sew on the legs the same way as we sewed on the eyes. This is how I'm going to place my frog's legs. They're not at the very bottom. If you want, you can place them there, but they're also not here. And if you want to make it look like the frog is sitting a little bit more, you can put them closer to here. Now I'm going to show you how I sew them on. So I'm just going to first of all go into a stitch of the body. Make sure it doesn't tie around the arms. And then down through a stitch of the leg. And repeat that all the way around. You can stop a little before the end if you want to stuff the leg. To finish off, we're just going to put the tail into a part of the body and make a knot and then cut it and hide it inside the body. We're going to do the exact same for the other leg. And this is what your froggy should look like so far. Now we're going to be embroidering the mouth. You can use embroidery thread, but I like to use medium weight black yarn. So you want to decide the position of your mouth and then from one side put it to the other side. Then go back in here and then push your needle down to where you want your smile to end. And now I'm going to go like this. And then place it into a stitch in the body. And it should look like this. Now I'm going to make this thicker by cutting the yarn that's connected to the ball of yarn. You'll just need a bit, so about that much should be fine. Take your needle and insert the black yarn into it. Through here, up here, and again down, and again down at the bottom of the mouth here. And again to another place in the body. And now I'm going to make these two yarns meet by taking my hook and pulling through so it goes there. Some stuffing might come out, so you just want to push it back in, and if it doesn't, that's completely fine. So now we're just going to tie a knot once and then twice to secure it. And if you want to do the mouth differently, that's completely fine. This is just how I did it. So now I'm going to cut this yarn and then hide this inside the body. And there you have your smile. Now we're going to embroider the cheeks, so you want to start at the one end and go through to the other. I'm just going to make it like that. And then make sure that you have quite a bit here, and then go back to the beginning and then to this end. Again, back to the beginning and this end. Make sure it doesn't tangle with the arm. And there you have one cheek. Now you can go straight to the other cheek by going down through here and up to where you want the other cheek to be. I'm just going to put it right here for now. And now I'm going to do the other cheek the same way. So we go to the other end and then back to the beginning. And the other end and back to the beginning. And there you have your cheeks. So now you can just cut this end that's connected to the yarn. Make sure to leave a bit. So now we're just going to make these two ends meet so we can tie them together. We're going to make them go right here. So you can put in your hook and go to where this yarn is. Yarn over and then pull through. It might be a bit hard and some stuffing might come with it. So you just need to make sure that you grab the yarn. And it might be a bit tangled, so you just put your hook in and pull it out. And now push back all that stuffing. And now you can also just pull these up a tiny bit with the needle so they don't get too far down. And now take your hook from here and make it go to the point where the other yarn tail is, and then pull it through. Some stuffing might be caught, so if you have trouble with that, you can use your needle. But now you just go through to where the yarn is and pull this one up a little bit. Make sure you're grabbing both strands if you've thickened it up. And now you can tie these two together. And cut this end off. And then push it back in. And there you have your finished frog. And that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please remember to like, subscribe and turn on the post notifications to be notified whenever I post a new video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye! Have a great day.